Hey, I got a notification on my phone. Cool.
So, I have to say, 10-2 is not particularly. I don't think it is a game made for me. I'm just gonna put that out there.
10-2?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 10-2.
Oh God, yeah. What a bullshit game that was. I can't believe when my friend got it soon after Final Fantasy finished Final Fantasy 10. I'm like, and he played right through it. I'm like, how can you play this? This is insultingly weird and bad.
Oh man.
It's like J-pop. They've become J-pop stars and shit. It's weird.
The thing is that they didn't, but they still opened the game that way, even though it wasn't her.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it's so weird to go, take the girl who was the super serious, kind-hearted summoner, ready to give her life because she thought that's what she was going to do to J-pop.
But it's not her though. It's some other lady in like a dress sphere that she stole from them.
Dress sphere. That's how you don't think the game goes a little bit too ridiculous once it starts having the ridiculous spheres.
And the awfulness.
I know. I made a wizard myself. Changing clothes definitely makes different spells happen.
Lucas is an exception.
And
actually it doesn't. It's just Lucas likes to do that. That's a manual thing.
He's about class. The outfit's got to fit the spell.
All right. Are we up? Are we strumming? Like ramen? Okay, then. Let's jump right into this because I'm sure you all have a lot to do. So, first things first, we're going to pretty much pick up where we left off last session because there's a couple of things. We kind of stopped in the middle of your talks with the mercenaries so you guys could kind of figure out where you wanted to go from here. So I'm going to go into a little bit of roleplay here. Is it okay to say like we're skipping to where you guys have made your decision and are informing the 3 screens?
Yes. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Did I pick up my things, or is that later?
Not yet. You will have time to do so if you want to, so that won't
Thank you for the clarification.
Yes. So you guys are basically all on the Corsair ship right now, and you're in one of the conference rooms having a video conference with the leaders of the 3 mercenary groups. The Schneider and Schneiders, the Rose, and the Last Resort. So, after informing, let's just go into character here. We'll say that you've made your decision. And Petal will, of course, say, "Oh, sweetheart, you made the right choice." And the final, Carmen from the Final Resort will say, "Right, well, I got better things to do anyway. Call us if you ever need some real firepower."
Okay.
Then her screen will shut off. And then you'll actually see it's like that world's version of a fax machine start to spit out a piece of paper. And Schneider will say, "There's our contact info. When they don't get the job done, at least you'll know how to contact real professionals."
Ditto.
And with that, his screen will shut off as well. And Petal will say, "Oh, ignore them. They're just sore losers." So, our rates, as I stated, $5,000 per day per person. We have, there's 25 of us, though one of them is a bit sick. And generally, how we handle payment is the usual way. You drop it in a secure box. When the job is completed, we pick it up with your approval.
For approval of what?
Well, he's referring to kind of like the same method you used when you went to Siren. The money is put in a very secure lockbox where basically you would put the money in there before the mission. And then once the mission is completed and you are pleased with their work, you would kind of transmit an access code. They would go to the safe, open the door, and get their payment. It's how most transactions are done on Center.
Okay. All right, let's hire them all. Let's do this. We have millions upon millions upon millions of credits. So and
true.
You would hear no complaints from Lucas. I'll say that.
All right. Question for you all then. So and are you going to hire them for 1 day at a time type of deal?
I'm sorry.
It's 5,000 a day
Per person, correct.
per person, right?
And unlike the others, they don't add expenses.
well,
so
let's
that's
just hire them for the day because by the time we're going to be attacking them at like 4:00 today, right?
right.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Do these mercs have some sort of any hazard pay? Like if any of them die in the line of duty, is something going to happen?
Yeah, Petal would point out that if any of the mercenaries die in the line of duty, their negotiated payment would go to the next of kin. However, it wouldn't be higher than what was negotiated at front, unless, of course, if Petal or the Rose feel like they have gone up far above and beyond what was asked of them, there might be renegotiation.
Okay, well, these guys are experienced vampire hunters. So now, did we give them a heads up that there's probably a master vampire kicking around? Because if we didn't, we probably should.
We should probably mention it.
Sure. Petal would say, "Oh, I'm not worried about that at all. If that little, what did you call it, the master comes around, my boys will take care of it."
Okay, well, I admire his confidence. We'll say that.
Yeah. I mean, not even Isaac has gone up against a master. Well, we technically did, but not really.
Well, it's a good thing you hired us then, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, enough talk and let's walk.
All right.
Yeah.
So we can play. Petal would, of course, agree to meet you. Wherever you choose, really, and at what time you choose. Since it's early in the morning, we'll say it's like 8 in the morning. There's a good 8 hours before the assault. They pretty much said give them a few hours and then name a time and place, and they can be ready.
Okay.
And I
Do we want-
believe you had told the super righteous people to meet on the 8th level somewhere away from the
Ninth?
elevator.
Yeah, it's the 9th level that's not like super close to the elevator. So if
No. It was
eighth.
8th. It was 8th.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was
yes,
8th.
8th.
Because
Sorry,
9th is the
level.
one we have
Yeah.
to actually go on.
Yes.
So yeah, to reiterate, 8th is the residential, 9th is where you guys were, 10th is the mysterious level that you think Inigo might be on, the old Splagorth level.
Ye oldie Splagorth levelly.
So they're gonna meet you somewhere on level 8. Question, real quick, just from my notes, do you take or keep the contact information of the Schneider and Schneider?
Sure, you never know.
Might as
what
well.
marks.
Yeah, because I remember David and Bernard said something about getting a Rolodex of mercenaries. So
Yeah. I mean, it. You never know when you need some mercs.
all right,
Essentially.
then, basically, the paper is pretty simple. It has a like an extranet address and a radio frequency that kind of acts like a phone call. And it has a stated rate of 10,000 credits per day plus expenses per person.
Excuse me.
Okay.
It also, okay, technically what it actually says is it says 10,000 credits per day per person as galactic standard value, and including expenses and what's the word? Acquired expenses?
Accrued?
Yeah, accrued. Thank you. Accrued expenses. Okay. So with that, you guys have about 8 hours. What would you like to do? The Corsairs are pretty much going to be getting ready. Well, actually, hang on. I should probably do it this way. You will see the Corsairs in conversation about what's going on, and they're pretty much obviously going to be guarding the orb, with the exception of Cyber. Cyber is basically talking to Simmons. He's saying that I should really be with you guys And Simmons says, "No, I understand. Go be with Indigo. It's where you belong." And with that, Cyber Six will nod, and then he'll go over to you guys and he'll say, "I want to be part of the rescue party. Simmons can handle this up here."
Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
Seems fine to me.
Lucas stands up. Welcome aboard. He stretched out his hand.
Cyber Six will nod gravely and shake your hand. So, with that sorted out, it looks like, just so we have a running count now, you're going to have Cyber Six with you. You're going to have, hang on, I have to look at my notes real quick. The mute from Thraxis.
Yes.
Silence, is it?
Yes.
Mhm.
Hang on, let me be sure of that. Yes, Silence.
It was
so-
an appropriate name. I do remember that.
And he's a hulking golden skinned figure. I'm sorry. And you have upwards of 280 promised promised help
289 specifically.
yes,
289 people.
Yes.
have promised to help them get.
Oh
because of their
my
song
god, these vampires are gonna get ruffle stomped.
Oh yeah, you
Yep.
believe that. Basically, Lucas
Yep.
went into the bar saying like a Beauty and the Beast, "We have to get the Beast" song.
Yup.
And, you basically got the promises of 289 drunken patriots.
Oh
Yeah,
god, there's
and
gonna be, like,
Isaac
half of
went-
them are gonna show up.
Yeah, Isaac went table to table and made sure they knew everything and all. And here's
them
where
an
to
extra
meet.
round, yeah.
Bought them an extra round or two.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh my
Perfect
god.
carnival
And you
barker.
have the 20 members of the Rose. So, what would you guys like to do in the intervening time?
And we are still in Thraxis' estate, correct?
No, you're on the Corsair ship.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I would like to go back to our ship and get as much rest as I can.
Okay. Well, sure, absolutely. What about everyone else?
There's one thing I would like to purchase.
Okay. You should have time to go shopping, so
Yes.
that won't be a problem.
I would like a backpack made out of MDC materials.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that I'm going to run out of ISP, so I would like to carry some medical supplies down.
Got it. You have a couple of choices.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything written down, but this is fairly simple. What size are we talking about?
Just a normal, like, school backpack.
Okay.
Not too big, not like
for
camping
something-
trip, that kind of thing.
Yeah, got it. For something that is like a hard case, like a shell, they have two versions of it about the size you're looking for. It's about 1,000 credits per point of mega damage.
Oh.
So they have two versions. They have 5 mega damage or the 10 mega damage version.
I'll take the
and
10
then-
mega.
Well,
Oh,
listen
is
to all
there
your
more?
options real quick.
Okay.
There is
wait, there's
also
more.
another option that is 30,000 credits. It's about the same size as the backpacks, and it has 15 points of mega damage. The cost is because it's made out of a special synthetic weave from the Naruni, which is it's a backpack that is still flexible as if it was made from cloth, but it actually has 15 mega damage. So you could collapse it. You can treat it like a cloth backpack.
Is that the one from the book? Is that
no.
Okay, just checking.
No. He
It's
made it up.
better because
Oh.
I made it up.
Oh,
I will
okay, 'cause
take
that was. Never mind. Forget it.
I will take that. Boom.
Okay. Yeah, so that'd be 30,000 credits.
Okay.
Easy enough. You'd have to find that, of course, in the free trade zone, but you know, it's not too uncommon. Lots of adventurers need packs, so. Lucas.
Yes, I would like to pick up my 2 large silver crosses, and this, if you would not mind. I send to you over Skype.
Hang on 1 second. Am I supposed to be keeping this? Well, you sent in the Skype, so I'll keep this to myself.
It's gotta be a secret. It has to be.
Piph.
Yeah?
Piph.
What?
Why?
I don't...
Just
what
so
do you
I'm
mean?
clear, not the man, right?
No.
Okay.
What the
What he's
hell?
wearing.
You can definitely find that.
Not the
50
man.
credits.
50?
50 credits. But you have to go to a very specialized store.
I'm sure he'll stumble upon it.
Yes. Not a problem. So you're picking up the basically the sword crucifix.
There's 2 crucifixes. Big, large, silver.
Like club, like the ones you
yeah.
you paid for with the cats.
Yes.
Okay. So you're picking
Those
up
are the ones.
the order will be completed to specification. Believe it or not, as crazy as the man who made them is, literally, the craftsmanship is actually extremely fine. Very well done. Very well made. There's no, a lot of times when you see metal casting, there's little chips on the side, or the mold. You can kind of tell where it was stamped. This looks almost as if it was like handcrafted or carved.
Fantastic.
Katana worthy.
I will stress, and you would already know this by now. Isaac would have told you at least. It is not blessed yet, so you'll have to take care of that before it is effective.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me, GM. I need to go back to my priest friend. A favor I wanted to ask him a while ago. Said I was going to be coming back.
Oh yes, okay, not Isaac. Got it. That was my
No.
first thought when you said priest friend. Okay, yes, the one in the parish.
That's
Okay.
where priests normally hang out.
So Lucas walks into the little
Pepper.
parish carrying 2 giant club-like crucifixes.
Right.
You
this is
will
going-
find as you open the doors that there is a small congregation of about 15 or so people sitting in the pews, and the pastor Wolfen is giving a service.
It's not pastor. Priests.
Priest, sorry, the priest is giving a sermon.
He seems busy. Lucas will wait for approximately 1 minute.
Wow, that's a long
End
time.
in that time. He would of course he'd see you because they somehow strategically position themselves to see anyone that walks in. He would have nodded for you to take a pew, but if you're only going to be there for a minute, the sermon won't be done by then.
Lucas will actually set up if they're sitting next to a person, he's gonna actually scoot up next to them.
That would really be up to Lucas. There's only about 15 people here, so it's maybe 1 or 2 people on a pew. You could definitely find an empty space, or you could sit up right next to a person.
I would like to sit up next to a person.
The person you sit right up next to is a very aged old man. He's got he's human, or at least
That's
looks
accurate.
human. Yes, as opposed to
old
the
people in
aged,
churches.
spry young guy.
No, there's a lot of old people in churches.
Oh, he is almost completely bald. There's a few wisps of silvery hair still on his palate, and he looks like he's probably in his 90s. He's kind of hunched over. His skin is very wrinkly, and as you sit down next to him, at first it's almost like he doesn't notice you. But you soon find out that he is slowly turning his head towards you. And then after about 10 seconds ago, he says, "Hello."
Oh, hi. I'm a little new to this. How long does this usually run for?
Oh, it's just getting good now. We're about to sing the hymn.
Said no one ever. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. I'll mute myself.
Are you saying we sing in this place?
Oh, we do. It gets quite lively in here, I tell you what.
I was thinking of maybe coming back later, but I'm stepping this one. As he yells way too loud in the church.
Everyone, like the priest stops. Everyone looks at you, and then after a few seconds, the wolfen says, "We are glad that you are here with this one, brother." And then he continues on the sermon. In about 5 minutes or so, he says, "Let us stand and sing, hymn 286." And contrary to what the old man said, or maybe from his point of view, it's everyone stands up and begins singing. You've probably seen this either in an actual church or at least made fun of on TV or whatnot. It's the very monotone, not enthusiastic choir hymn.
Mm-hmm. Very drab, yeah.
Mm.
Lucas will try to find the page, unable
Yeah.
to do so. He starts looking over at the old man. How is he looking at the moment?
Seems like he's really enjoying himself.
Is he looking at the book, or is he just kind of singing from the heart?
He's got it open, but he seems to have it memorized. So
I'm gonna try to
Everyone
switch the
sings
book
from
with
the
him.
heart.
he would even kind of push the book over a little bit so that you could see it.
I'm gonna try to switch mine with his.
Okay. Are you trying to do this stealthily or?
Yes.
Okay then. Could you please roll me a palming skill check?
Got
That would
it.
be the most adequate.
I will do this. Give me a second.
Is that a skill you have, or is
Oh
this
my
unskilled?
No.
Okay, so it's unskilled. I believe you're going to need a
Unskilled.
flat 20% or 20 or lower.
Oh.
So he's going to look like he's trying to do it stealthily.
The old man definitely sees you as he sings. Either he doesn't stop you, or maybe he doesn't have the muscle mass to make a difference. But you can easily switch your book out for his.
Oh, fantastic.
And then
What he's going to do, he's about to open his mouth, and then he looks on the page. There's words here.
Yep. Words and musical notes.
He knows those. Words, on the other hand, not so much. So he's going to be like...
Roll me a singing check, please.
Wow.
Did you know Sing actually has the skill to read music? I did not know this.
Yeah, which is why I'm not giving you a penalty for it. Okay, then. You do see at one point the old man glances at you with a skeptical eye. After a few minutes, the hymn ends. Everyone sits down. The old man says quietly, "That was a lively one."
Lucas looks over, beats a swag away. Yes, I. Do you come here often?
He nods. Every third day.
Lucas is fidgeting with everything right now.
He says, "Not much longer now. Only an hour or so, and he'll be done."
An hour, thank you. Stands up and leaves.
Okay, then. So let me switch over.
Oh,
Xavier
please.
or Isaac? What would you guys like to do? Oh no, Isaac. Sorry, you said you were going to go buy the backpack. Xavier, what would Xavier be doing with this?
This is not counting. Like we already had a full day worth of rest, right?
Correct. You slept in a very, very probably the most comfortable bed you've slept in a long time.
Yay! Oh, that's right. I hung out with Thraxus.
Yep.
The Emperor Palpatine to my Darth Vader. Excellent. Shit, I've been looking through my character sheets, and I have everything I need in order to fight. Maybe I'll get some more silver bullets, but other than that, like a couple more clips of silver bullets because they're going hog wild. But other than that, I got the cross that Lucas gave me. I got my armor and my, what do you call it, force field. I'm good. So with all due respect, we can just say it's free time that he does something with, but it's not important to the narrative.
Okay, sure. I could say
It's
that
like
at
parts in movies and TV shows where like time passes, but you don't know what the characters did because it doesn't matter.
right,
Just gonna do that.
They put on tuxedos and threw a football around. You don't know.
Commercial
Okay.
break.
And by the way, I would say Cyber Six probably would have mentioned at some point, maybe while you were leaving, that because as he sees that you guys are going to go get equipment, he would also mention, he'd say, well, we don't know what we're going to face down there, so I'm taking all kinds of. I'm going to be as prepared as I can. Might be best for you guys to do so as well. Might not be vampires are the only thing down there.
That's a scary thought. What are you expecting?
It's an old level that no one knows about that used to be run by the Splicorth. Anything that has that word attached to it, I like to expect anything.
Okay. I guess I'm going to go out and make one more purchase then. This time I'm getting a knapsack. Not a knapsack, but a
a second backpack.
It's like a backpack, but it's
just to let you know here, I'm bringing the same gear that I was the last time, so I've switched out of my stealth suit and gone into my heavy gear.
You mean, is that the one that has the augmented strength?
No. I'm in my Stunage armor and
okay.
My pistol and sword. Basically, when we first went down there, I'm going back there with that again. So.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's what the word is, a duffel bag out of the same material.
They don't have one out of the same material. Unfortunately, this
Seriously?
material is rather rare, so it's kept to smaller bags. Or the way the shopkeeper would explain it to you is that it's not very cost effective. Even the small bag you bought is 30,000 credits, which is not the kind of money most of their customers just have to throw around.
That's true. That makes sense.
Damn. What about out of other MDC materials?
Oh, wait. I have a question.
Yes.
What about those water guns? Are they done yet?
Well, actually, I was going to wait on that a little bit, but you're going to go back to the ship, so you'll definitely be able to find out.
Just checking, just making sure that you remembered. That's all.
No, I haven't forgotten about him. Trust me. Let me finish up with Isaac real quick, and then I'll
No. Okay, right.
Yeah.
it'll be perfect.
Let me finish first.
Yeah.
So, duffel bag out of other MDC materials. If not, I'll just take a duffel bag that can fit my fold-up size.
Here's the issue. They have mega damage containers that are the size of a duffel bag, but they are like hard shells of MDC material, which is difficult to carry at that size. Yeah, I mean, you can do it. Certainly.
I'll just take a duffel bag and throw my vibro scythe in there.
Okay.
Along with maybe a couple of other things.
Okay. Sure.
I would also be interested in, is there any incendiary grenades down there? In the Nuruni district, the free trade zone.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta imagine that's a common enough weapon that shouldn't be too hard to find. Give me just a second.
Sure.
Let me run over here to Talavac, and while I'm doing that, I'll also look up
Yeah, no worries.
grenades. So Talavac, you get back to the ship, and you'll get in the ship, and you will hear before you see Sarah on the top railing going, Talavac, no, take cover.
All right, I'm just gonna look around. You know what I'm saying? I know there's no real danger, so I'm just gonna look around like, what's going on?
You'll notice a not very well concealed heart pointing what looks like. Have you ever seen what a flamethrower looked like in World War II? A nozzle with a hose connected to a metal backpack?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's pointing something like that at you.
I just put my hands up. You got me.
And Heart goes, freeze, you vermin. And then she pulls the trigger and blasts you with water, drenching you, as this is a rather high-powered water gun.
Okay. I'm amazed and I'm impressed by the pressure and the amount of water on me. I'm like, that's very good. Walking up to her, looking at the weapon. Massey.
She goes, mm-hmm, and then she hands over the nozzle and then like slips out of the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, careful. It's well, I'm using stabilizers, but the water's pretty compressed to put a lot in there.
Okay. How does it feel? Weight wise, wearing it wise.
It's about 40 pounds, the backpack. The gun itself is rather very, very light. And she will explain to you that it has enough water in there to be shot out at a high pressure for 20 seconds, which, of course, you could break down into, each action's about 5 seconds. So, hang on. Sorry. Losing my math here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now that I've done my math, it could spray water continuously for 60 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So whether that's like shots of a few seconds or you just pull it down, it would equal up to 60 seconds. And just to save you some, or just to do a little game mechanics here, it does to, well, actually, you know what? Never mind. I shouldn't say because you don't know.
Right.
Hart would say that if running water hurts vampires, then this is gonna kill them.
Okay. And I would like to turn the gun to her and fire.
You'll hear a shriek from her. She runs away. You'll hear laughter from Sarah.
Very nice.
The balcony.
Let's see how far I can go. Let's see if I can hold it on her while she's running down the hall.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to make you roll for it because this is hard. It's not like she's good at dodging things.
Right.
So, yes, you can skills. You can chase her down the hallway, pelting her with a stream of water.
So what's the range on
it? You can go about 40 feet before it starts petering out.
Okay. All right. Like, thank you, Hart.
You're welcome, she says from her room, closing the door.
All right.
All right. So Burn. Real quick. I'm having trouble finding an actual incendiary grenade. I'm just gonna go with this. What you find quickly at the Naruni is they're called phosphorus grenades.
Mm-hmm.
They do 5d6 damage to a 5-foot radius, and they will continue to do 1d6 mega damage for up to 2 melee rounds, or for 1d4 melee. Sorry.
Damn, that's really good. So
yeah. So like every melee, it's an extra d6 mega damage.
That's really good. How much? A grand each?
Oh yeah. That's important. It's 1,500 credits each because of the wartime economy.
Okay.
And there's as many of them as you would like.
I'll get 5. Also, that duffel bag, how much would that be?
50
credits?
Like 70 credits.
70. Okay. Then I am good. The rest of the time I will spend meditating.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Talavac.
Mm-hmm.
Hart would tell you that there are 2 of those ready to go, and one final one that she almost has ready, has to work the kinks out of, will probably be ready later today or tomorrow. But 2 of them are ready to go.
Okay. Well, I'm not putting dibs on them one way or the other because I mean I can use them or not. But if somebody else wants to, then I'll just leave them for dibs.
And also, if you guys haven't already, which I think you have, but if you haven't already, make sure to deduct 100,000 credits from your monies, as that was what she used to make these.
She made them out of pure credits.
Yep. As you said, she has other skills. No,
Is
she
this
used
how
that.
group
Supplies and shit. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I know. She bought the materials from it. So, all right. So yes, there's 2 of those water backpacks. They have a maximum range of 40 feet. Well, yeah, it can go a little bit further than 40 feet, but around 40 feet. It can spray continuously for 60 seconds, and you would just have to see how effective they are. And they're 40 pounds that get lighter as you use it.
Oh, of course.
All right. Lucas, you still have 2 club-like crucifixes.
I was going to wait an hour at some other place.
Got it.
Anything else?
Okay, we can go ahead and fast forward an hour as Lucas hangs out anywhere that's not there.
Going
and
straight to hell, Lucas. Straight to hell.
He doesn't know what that is.
Damn it! And so on.
When you go back into the parish, you'll find the priest sitting in one of the pews by himself, and he would turn around to see you. Oh, I thought that perhaps the sermon had offended you.
Oh, I don't. No, I just didn't know what was going on, and I didn't want to interrupt anything.
Well, they say the best way to cure yourself of ignorance is to experience. At least someone should have said that at some time.
It sounds
they'll
pretty
say I
wise.
said it. He
If
nods.
it was from you, it's pretty good.
He nods and grins. How can I help you, my son?
Oh, as he's still holding like 2 fairly large crosses. I hope you don't mind, but I made your smaller one, and I like the look of it. I made 2 big ones.
I got a question, because this is kind of important. How is Lucas carrying them?
He's probably carrying them like at the middle with like the top.
Okay.
He's not holding them like swords.
He's not brandishing them or anything. I got it. Okay. He would look at them and he'd say, "That's very fine work. What are you decorating?"
He looks at them and he goes, "No, I'm actually getting a few of these for a few friends of mine, and I don't know too much about what's going on. Like, I don't know too much about." And he like waves the crosses like around the room. And I heard something about like praying or something like that on these crosses to make them kind of like holy water.
He considers for a moment and he says, "You mean you want them blessed?"
Yes, that's the word, as he like points across to him.
I see. He looks you up and down and he says, I've heard of warriors using such things, but you do not strike me as the warrior type. May I ask what your purpose is?
You mean like in general, or you mean like for these things as he holds them up to him?
Are they different?
I don't know as he looks at both of them.
He says, well, then perhaps what is your purpose for the things that I am to bless?
Well, I'd hate to actually lie to you, so I'm not going to. These things are to be used against things called as he scratches his face with one of the crosses.
You see a very disturbed look for a second from the pastor or from the preacher.
This is used against beings that seem to be fairly weak and vulnerable to crosses and blessings and things like that.
So they're to be used for war. Are these beings a threat?
Oh yeah. Heck, they're like under us. Like like the how Center has like the 8th floor.
Satan spawn, he says, kind of as a whisper.
I don't know what that is, but I'm going to take your word for it.
Satan, the prince of demons, the eternal evil.
I heard about demons. Wait, prince of demons? He's under here?
Oh my god. This conversation's going to take a while.
Yeah. The priest stands up.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
The priest stands up and he says, "You are going to fight Hellspawn?"
I'd probably. If they're weak against holy things, probably.
I see. And they are a threat.
Oh, good lord, yes.
Very well. Come here, he says, and he leads you to the front of the room.
He waddles on over with his 2 crosses held out.
When you get to the front of the room, he asks you to kneel.
He takes 1 knee.
And he will perform a rite. I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to say that he does it to bless them. And then when he's done, he says, "Wait here a moment." And he leaves the room for about 5 minutes or then 10 minutes.
Lucas is kneeling there, just like wide-eyed, looking for anything in the room to like look at.
He comes back out after about 10 minutes. Oh, I should describe. There's not much to look at. There's some pretty stained glass windows. That's about it. It does not look like there's a lot of money flowing into this place.
Once you see like a freaking like sliver of the person coming back, like, "Hey, you're back!"
He looks a bit odd. He is still wearing black colors with a white collar, but it looks as if it's some kind of hardened armor. And he has a belt of all kinds of...
God! Battle priest, go!
Right, he has a belt full of crucifixes, and he says, "Shall we go then?"
Oh man, if you're joining, shoo, they probably have no chance now.
Oh my god, this is
shepherd
great.
does not let his sheep go into battle alone. If there are hellspawn here, what kind of priest would I be to stand aside?
He looks like he just said that like all candy is free forever.
I love you so much.
Oh my god, this is fantastic.
So much.
I can see that the
In
hands
his mind, he immediately thinks he's bringing battle sheep. This is going to be the best.
Oh yeah, shepherd. Yeah, that's right.
And he asks you to lead the way, and he says, By the way, I would know your name if it's okay.
Oh yeah, no. Name's Lucas. As he like awkwardly like hangs across like on his shoulder and then sticks out a hand.
The priest will hold out a hand and say, "Lucas, I am Father Vine."
Nice to meet you again.
Yes. Well,
But if we're going out for battle, shoot, we gotta meet you up with the rest of the crew.
yes, I suppose it would be good to meet the Crusaders.
Yes.
You'll have to excuse me. I haven't worn this in a very long time. It will take some getting used to, but I will keep up.
It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
We're actually getting ready fairly soon. If you wanna, no, you can hang out on the ship. Why not?
It'll lead the way, brother.
Yes.
Or son. He would call you son. Lead the way, my son. Oh God! I just. Does Lucas lead him
no,
back
wait,
to-
no, I think he said that
okay.
before.
Oh yeah, he did.
What?
So,
What?
no, he's over that. Like he's already done that. So
The mommy
he's
son
gonna-
thing, and
Oh, yeah,
Lucas
yeah.
went dead, and that
Yeah.
became a whole thing.
So would Lucas lead him back to the ship?
Absolutely.
Once it becomes apparent what ship you're walking towards, he would put a arm on your shoulder and say, "That is a ship."
He looks at it, squints his eyes a little bit. Yes.
It looks.
Look, I'm not a mechanic though. I'm not entirely sure.
He shakes his head and says, "It looks like a statue." And
Looks
just a reminder, your ship looks like a blue Pegasus.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a horn.
Mm.
Yeah. So kind of like a blue Pegasus unicorn thing.
And he says, "Well, I learned a long time ago not to question too harshly other cultures. You seem to have a good heart and a good mind, and you are fighting the Hellspawn. That is good enough for me. But beware false idols, my son. They are dangerous."
Tell me more about how dangerous false idols are on the way.
Okay, as you walk to the ship, he begins telling you.
That was Piph poking at the GM,
Yeah.
who's way out of his element right now.
He tells you, "Thou shalt not worship false idols," and then gives you many stories about golden calves that a little changed from the Bible because it's been so long, but golden calf and people wandering the desert for 40 years and several bad stories about not true statues.
Note to self: don't make statues idle.
Okay, so let's go back to so we'll say this has been a few hours. We'll say it's around noon. It looks like everyone's converging back at the ship.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Great. Yep.
Okay. Hart will, of course, show off her weapons to everyone else as well. She won't spray any of you down, though. It looks like Talavac got the brunt of it, and or perhaps it's the return fire has somewhat taught her the error of her ways. But she will show you how to use them, and she's very, very proud of them. And other than that, Sarah will say, "Lucas, can I speak to you for a moment?"
Excuse me, Papa. I'm going to be going away for a little bit. Are you okay here?
His mouth quirks a little bit, and he says, "I'll be fine, my son."
Thanks. As he walks away.
He'll turn to the others and he'll say, "You are Lucas's friends?"
Xavier ponders for a moment, wondering what the word friends means in context to Lucas. Eventually he says yes.
I see. Lucas has briefly told me of the dangers you face. I did not want you to face it alone.
Oh, you're coming with us to hunt the vampires?
Vampires, is that what they are called?
Yes.
The Hellspawn.
You're a priest. You would know this.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if what his reaction would be.
Yeah, and I'll let you know too. Though people who really know vampires know what they are, but it's not like they haven't been called or associated as demons, because those who are naive or don't know that much,
Well, yeah,
definitely look like demons to me.
yeah,
So,
and Isaac grew up in a backwoods town, so
mhm.
I guess he would just agree that these are Hellspawn.
All right, then he would nod.
They are the most unclean, and they need to be eradicated.
It is a shame, but yes, I will do what I can to help bring peace to those poor souls.
All right.
And then he will sit down and not say a word.
Father,
Yes, my son.
do you need any holy water or anything? They're very effective for taking out vampires.
He will kind of pull back his coat, and underneath it you see almost like a harness with dangling baubles of water. He says, I am fine, thank you, my son, but I see that by your titles, you know what I am.
Yeah. At least I
then-
do.
Then that warms
Xavier
my
don't.
heart. It warms my heart to know that the word has still spread.
Yeah. In fact, I come from Earth, and I was taught some phrases and things to get me by. I came from a specific place where vampires are a general threat.
I see. Well, then, you will be most helpful.
Mhm.
But I appreciate your concern.
Okay.
And then Sarah drags Lucas down the hallway a little bit,
Yeah.
and she says, I'm not exactly filled in on all the details, but I understand that you guys are planning some sort of mission.
Yes, we are going to be going down and what was it? Taking out a big vampire and saving one of the crew that was taken.
Hart told me a little bit about what she knows. Is it true that if they are turned into a vampire, they are lost?
Lucas would make a joke at this point, but knowing the situation,
Right.
Good man.
he goes, I wish I actually knew more about vampires. I only know the things I heard from. And he points over down the hallway and says, Isaac is the only one I know who has really knows anything about these things.
She nods, and then she's quiet for a while, and then she steps a little closer and she says, my mother, she has hair like mine, blonde, but it's long, and it has a white streak on the left side, a birthmark. If you see her, if she's one of them and you don't think she can be saved, don't let her be one of them.
All right, you got it.
Hart said that she's gonna monitor your radio. I'll be there too. I'll be able to hear, but I don't know what kind of help I would be. And you'll hear like a loud Art say, "That's right. We'll be there for backup, boss. You know, from here, the safe ship."
Well, I definitely appreciate it. I do need all the help I can get for this one. I mean, we do, our entire crew. I gotta get used to that. I haven't been with people I know for more than like 2 months.
Sarah actually looks at you incredulously. You have to get used to people, not the other way around.
He's about to say something and then stops and actually starts. He looks like he's seriously thinking about something.
And she'll like punch you in the shoulder and laugh and just say, "Just come back, you crazy weirdo."
Ow.
Maybe punching a little harder than she thought.
Come back, maybe. And after this freaking wound you just gave me, as he starts limping away.
She punched him in the arm. He's limping with his leg.
Yeah.
Sounds like Lucas. All right. Anything else anyone wants to do before you kind of head out, or like, I mean, I'm gonna step back if there's anything you guys as players want to do before you kind of start this crazy adventure thing.
I think I'm good. I'm just.
Let's rock and roll.
I'm loading up.
Okay, I was gonna say, actually, give me a second. Let me run to the Wii room real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Actually, since that's a thing, I'm going to jump out of Discord and back in to see if that helps any audio problems or anything. I will be right back. And let's see if this works. Hello?
Okay? Hello.
All right.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. And I think that fixed it. I hope.
You have a Geiger counter.
Geiger counter? What do you mean a Geiger counter?
Fallout 4, sorry.
What?
It's from Fallout 4 in the railroad missions. I thought you would have known it.
I didn't get that far in Fallout 4. I know what a Geiger counter is. It's just I don't know the context.
Oh, well, Piph knows what I'm talking about then.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No.
See,
Okay.
exactly.
Good. I'm going to be talking forever, Mike.
Just bringing up Geiger counters out of nowhere is something radioactive. Radioactive.
Okay.
Oh, Piph, did you get that video that I sent you?
Yes, both of them.
Good. Good. You deserve that. Especially the first one. The first one I figured you would like a lot. Because you get to learn stuff.
It's true. Actually, surprisingly enough, I actually saw both of those.
Oh, dang it.
I love
I'm
learning.
gonna have to blame Mackenzie for the first one, and that other one I just found a while ago.
Fucking Mackenzie. God
Yeah.
dang it.
All right. Why does my Discord chat just say I have typed in there Wawa?
Yep.
Mm.
Pretty
Sounds like
sure
you.
I didn't. Pretty sure I didn't type in Wawa. Can't even imagine what I'd be trying to say. With that.
That could have been from before. When you were playing Star Wars.
Was I asking for water?
No.
Wawa.
Remember Star Wars? The Old Republic? If you press W and A, that's moving forward and moving left.
Yeah, I suppose. It's not as funny though.
Where did Inferno go?
I don't know.
Like he just disappeared.
We'll wait a bit for him to get back.
Yeah. Hey Dave, can you do me a favor?
Sir. Yeah.
Can you jump out and then jump back in, please?
Sure.
Then you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
Because
That's what
he was
it's
sounding
all
really
about.
robotic
Oh,
this
hey.
whole time. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
You're still
Are we good?
robotic-y, but I think it's fine. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
I can hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check. Let me check the voice again. Maybe it's the one.
It shouldn't be the
Somewhat
voice.
fun.
It's
Yeah.
robotic-y as in your connection is weird.
Somebody, maybe a few people in chat, did pick up on this, and there's a pretty good question. How can Lucas read scrolls, spell scrolls?
Good question if he isn't literate.
I looked this up, and the original rules is like you have to be at least 55% literate to read scrolls, which doesn't make any sense to me because whenever spells are described, it's never within words. It's always within like sounds and things like that, which aren't entirely language. Whenever like that sort of description is, I always thought it was like runes and whatnot.
Yeah. I always imagine because I don't imagine a magical scroll. You open it up and it says fireball range 30 feet. It says that.
That would be so flaccid for an actual like magic scroll.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a magic scroll. It could probably teach you a spell through magic or other means, or you know.
He doesn't know any literacy, anything?
No.
Huh.
Yeah, no, but I gotta imagine, because I mean, honestly, there's tons of illiterate mages in Rifts.
Well, yeah. Maybe it's imbued with, like, an auditory spell or something like that.
Stick figures.
I'm literally just assuming that it is not really based off of language.
Yeah, I would
that's
assume
my
that as well.
assumption.
I assume that it is a set of illustrations of stick figures that show you exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
Then Squee has spoken, and thus it shall be.
Indeed.
And if that's seriously just something that cramps the spell with other things, as you can actually tell whenever like Lucas actually like gets a spell scroll, he usually just draws all over it with crayon.
I'm gonna get with Mr. Symbieta and tell him that is that's canon now.
Yeah, technically we already screwed over the ludicrous mage business because I opted out of learning spells inherently and through scrolls.
Oh, we do tons of things differently.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean,
right, so
half of the thing is doing things yourself.
So why don't we do this to save a bit of time while we're waiting for Infernos? Why don't you guys tell me what you bring in?
Oh boy, Isaac is bringing a lot, and I mean a lot. Okay, so he's bringing his normal Brannigan armor with duster and his cowboy hat. Along with the augmenting helmet, which makes all of his ISP costs halved. He has two 50 cal Desert Eagles, along with two Techno Wizard Thunder Guns, along with two Model 1860 Colt 44 revolvers. Each of those has a backup set of speed holsters or magazines. Two silvered longswords sheathed across the back. There is a silver cross hanging around his neck. Bandolier with 4 stakes and 4 vials of holy water across his chest. And then he has a duffel bag with 6 phosphorus incendiary grenades, the flare gun with 1 globe of daylight flare already inside, the TW netter, which is another flare gun, but it shoots the spell magical net, and his vibro scythe, along with the medical supplies on a backpack.
Got it. Decked out.
Decked
what
out.
was the very start, right after your armor? You said something that halved something. My mind slipped.
Oh, the augmenting helmet. It halves his ISP costs.
Got it. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but when you said that, like my mind just went.
Yeah. It can
got it.
replace any helmet on environmentally sealed armor. The only difference is it doesn't have any kind of special visuals or anything. It just halves your ISP. So if you were to generate 1 ISP, it also generates 1 as well. So you generate 2.
Got it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Talavac, what are you bringing?
Oh, well, let's see. I actually wrote this down neatly so I could run through it quickly. I'm bringing Rapture.
A little bit of Rapture. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. my triax pistol, and the flare gun with all the goodies that came with it. I have my Stunage armor, and on my utility belt, I have my scanner, grappling hook, and rope, and holster, sword sheath, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's sort of thing. And I also bringing the. I always wear the wind rush ring.
The what?
Wind rush ring. I got on that
yeah. That you found. That you found.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I was gonna say that. Oh, well, I'll do this now. So Rapture is obviously very pleased that you're bringing him along.
Right. Okay.
Not a fan of vampires. He would have had a debate with Televac. I'm assuming where he would have mentioned, because Televac has the Sunage armor. He has a plethora of armor.
Yeah.
But he also has the it's not power armor. I forget what it was called, but you know what I'm talking about. The suit that made you stronger. It was like an exoskeleton suit.
I don't remember wearing that.
No, you bought it, but you haven't worn it.
I bought it. I would have had
Is it not on your character sheet?
I don't remember buying anything like that, honestly.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I remember you buying one a long time ago because I remember thinking, "Wow, that's kind of neat." But that's fine if it's not on your character sheet, or we'll say it's not available at the moment or whatnot. So in that case, this conversation wouldn't have happened.
I wish I would have, but I don't. And I'm not going to lie and say that I did, but I don't remember anything. Like that.
Well, I'll go through some of your character sheets later. It's possible. It's always possible I'm misremembering something.
Maybe so, because he's not the stomp around type,
Yeah. So never mind. Rapture is happy that you are bringing him, of course.
Oh, we're going to spill some undead blood.
In undead mud, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And
undead
Lucas,
blood.
what are you bringing?
He will be bringing a Zillite body armor. He will also be bringing his new blessed cross clubs. He will be bringing his suite of not the kunai, shurikens. There you go. Let's see. Would there be anything else that he would want to bring other than what he's generally going to be? The Tommy gun as well.
Yes, got it. With silver bullets.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. All right. So Inferno has an internet spike. He'll be back in a few minutes. He said, "Don't wait for him. He'll just roll in, catch up." So,
okay.
I have a general idea of what you guys are carrying, which is good enough for me. Actually, you guys literally told me everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Right.
As always, if you're within reason, if you're like, "Oh, hey, I would have brought this," but as long as it's not in the you guys know the rules. So, oh gosh, it's dark. I would have brought my torch, But we can just go ahead and roll from here. So,
thank you for informing me. I'm going to be bringing a torch.
Do you have a torch?
I have what is called a torch, which is a flashlight.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll work.
Smart ass.
Cyber 6 will actually arrive about an hour or so before you guys were set to meet. And he'll come, and he looks like he always does. He's wearing his sombrero and his poncho. You can tell that maybe there's a little bit more under the poncho this time. And he's holding something in his hand that looks like small little headsets or radio sets. And he says, "I've got a gift for you guys, a little piece of Corsair tech that you might find useful. If you'll allow me, we can install these in your helmet. Considering that we're going to be, my guess is as trying to be as quiet as possible, these little babies would allow us to whisper and communicate to each other without anyone hearing you outside of your armor."
Very useful.
Very useful for discussing things without people knowing what you're discussing.
I just hope that Lucas can learn how to use one.
Well, if you don't mind, I can have them installed in a few minutes. It really just taps into your already radio system and makes it sensitive enough to pick up your whispers.
And I just stop in the middle. Maybe because you're loud, Lucas. That's why. Okay.
What?
It sounds good, Cyber 6. Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone who would want him or not want him to install this?
Oh, I definitely want it.
Okay.
I want it.
Okay.
Give me
And,
free
I'll be
stuff.
clamoring for it, but if he reaches for my armor, I'm not gonna stop him.
Okay. Yeah, he would install it then. I'll ask Inferno when he gets back. The good news is that it doesn't have to be installed in a helmet. It could be worn, so he could wear it. If I don't know if he's just taking the force field or whatnot, but we'll figure it out when he gets back.
I do have one more thing to say. I do mention to you guys that there are 2 functioning water guns. They work pretty damn good, but I'm not going to need one, so they're up for dibs if anybody wants to use them.
Yes, there are the 2 water packs.
I'm already carrying fuck tons. I should probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Looking around the room. Anyone else? No? Okay.
Lucas sucks his teeth and hand one over. I'm gonna see how this feels.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. You're handed one. It feels like a 40-pound metal backpack with a hose connected or a hose gun connected to it.
I'm sorry. Did you just say horse gun?
Hose gun.
Okay. Because I heard
it shoots
horse.
out hookers.
Yeah.
Male ones.
Oh god.
I imagine it looks like a proton pack mixed with an old flamethrower.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good example of it. It is similar to like a Ghostbusters proton pack in size. That is very good. It's got more of a Tommy gun shape to the actual gun part of it, though. It has the place where you hold it and then a handlebar up in front.
He's gonna shoot it out a few times to see how this feels.
There's no kickback. It's like, Piph, have you ever had a big water super soaker? Is that feeling, but a little bit more intense.
I would say almost like a pressure washer in a way.
Yeah, like a pressure washer or a garden hose with a high pressure nozzle on it. That kind of feeling.
Yeah, I think that would be a very accurate description.
It's not a very in and of itself isn't a very technologically advanced thing. Well, it is, but the device is simple. Most of the money was poured into the compression of the water so that you can fire water at a high speed for 60 seconds, which is quite a long time if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's essentially a fire hose on your back.
A backpack. Yeah.
Now, what somebody needs to do is take that, and I think I might do this in the future. Take that and add a Techno-Wizard, create water spell, and then just boom, you're good.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Lucas will go, sure. I'm a little light in comparison as he looks over to Isaac.
He's got a freaking backpack and a duffel bag and 6 guns and a bandolier. Yes, Isaac is a walking gun store. Oh, and 2 swords across his back.
Lord and guns.
All right, so Lucas is taking one, and then we'll see if Inferno wants to take another one. We can always retro.
Yeah, if not, I mean, we could always lend the other one to Cyber 6 if you want.
Silence or whisper or silence or whatever. Yeah.
That would be cool. Give silence to the hulking guy. Here, use this. He just nods.
To him, it looks more like a purse. like one of those little backpacks with teddy bear legs on it.
Oh my god.
No, he's not that big. He honestly he looks like Schwarzenegger in his prime,
Oh,
but he's
okay.
bald and has golden skin.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with this guy. Like at all.
Or I guess or like or an Onegus without fur. All right. So with that, Father Vine will accompany you guys as you go down to level 9. As you're getting ready to go, Hart will she'll inform you guys that she's going to be by the radio if you need anything. She'll be listening, in for signals for you. I mean, basically, like, it's not unless you choose to broadcast all the time. She's basically just going to sit there and contact you if she feels she needs to, or if you need to contact her, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
And then Sarah will wish you all luck. And then you guys will tromp out of the ship, looking like you're geared to the teeth to fight the Wicked Witch of the West with all the water stuff.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
And the giant crosses.
I would think you guys would cut a rather startling picture because, even water guns of that tech look pretty badass in my opinion.
Well, if you didn't know the water guns, you would think it's an intimidating heavy weapon, yeah.
Yeah. And you guys, oh god, yeah. So the taxi ride down is going to be interesting.
Maybe we should get a bus.
You get in there, and the driver's going to be like, "So, where would you like to go?"
I just look over to Isaac.
I will give him directions to the meeting place in level 8.
He'll take a look at all your weapons, and he'll say, look, not to tell you your business or anything, but I've got family on level 8. Could you stay away from the southeastern quadrant?
Can't make any promises.
Is that... Whoa! Hold the fuck up. Why do you have to do that?
Why?
God. No, not you, Inferno.
No,
Freaking...
Inferno. Everyone's armed to the gills, and you guys get in the taxi and tell them go to level 8. And the taxi driver's like, "I've got family in level 8. Can you stay away from the southeastern quadrant?" Talavek's like, "I can't make promises."
I said I was muted, but I said no.
Couple of questions for you, Inferno. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Getting another taxi.
Real quick, Cyber 6 brought a gift for everyone, which is headsets that can be either worn or installed in helmets that make your radio sensitive enough to pick up whispers so that you can speak to each other without people around you hearing you.
Okay.
When you turn that mode on. And he asked if there's anyone who would want it installed. Everyone, all the players got it installed. I was waiting to hear if you would want it or not.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Well, not of course. Yes, I would. I mean,
And,
there could be a reason why I wouldn't, but I can't think of one.
Okay. So he would have installed that for you. Or unless, are you wearing fully environmental sealed body armor, or are you just going with the...
No, I'm wearing my it's light body armor, but it's fully environmentally sealed. Yeah.
So he would install it in the helmet. The other question is simply this one. Well, twofold, I guess. One, there is Lucas is taking one of the Super Soakers. We were wondering if you wanted to take another one. Another idea had been thrown out to give it to Silence.
WP pistol work for it? Or is that a rifle?
No, that's actually going to be more of a heavy weapon.
Then no, I don't want it at all because I can't wield it.
Okay. Then you
Besides,
guys
did we all forget the awesomeness that was the end Reaper of the Damned?
The baddest motherfucker that ever
didn't.
created.
And on that note, the question, my only other question would be if you could just give me a quick rundown of what you're planning on taking to battle.
The Reaper of the Damned.
Uh-huh.
I like combat armor with a force field. 3 clips of silver bullets, 3 full clips of silver bullets, an additional clip that's in the gun. My holographic personal computer, just in case. My pocket audio recorder, just in case. And that is it. Oh wait, no. I'm also gonna take my IP-10 standard ion pistol in case of, not vampire.
Okay, got it.
And
All right.
that's it. I don't need to. I'm not
simple.
Isaac.
Yeah. By the way,
I am a
Isaac, good lord.
smuggler.
Do you
I
do you
am
want
a
me to run
smuggler
down?
That is now fighting vampires for some reason.
No, we can just say this.
This is what I
Isaac's not
take.
taking one of the water guns because he's already too loaded down.
Yeah, I'm very likely going to have speed penalties with how much I'm loaded down.
Okay. Well, see?
Yes.
See,
you're
I play
a pretty
light.
strong character, but yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I do have a physical strength of 19, so that's not bad.
You're not actually going to be loaded
That's
down that
exceptional.
much. If anything, you might be hindered a bit by just the bulkiness of everything,
Yeah.
but the weight's not going to be a big problem for you.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to
Oh.
do kung fu or something.
And of course, I'm gonna have that special cross that Isaac got for me.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Don't forget,
good
it's
to
12
know.
feet.
Yes. All right. So the taxi driver, not sure if you're telling the truth or not, is going to shut up for the rest of the ride.
Probably a good call.
Take you guys down to level 8.
I like to imagine we're all just crammed into the back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Shoulder to
then
shoulder.
and
All
then
4 of us.
oh
going
god,
dead.
what if he pulls up and then he sees 289 people waiting for us?
Well, about that. So you get to the talked about meeting place, and here's what you see. You see Silence, the golden-haired, hulking brute, sitting with his. He's wearing armor, but he's not. He doesn't have any sort of helmet on. That you can see at the moment. He's leaning up against the wall with his arms crossed and his legs kind of ankles crossed in front of him, and he's just looks like this is where he was meant to be. You see the Rose, all 20 members. They're geared out pretty. There's a lot of variety. There's some people in body armor. There's some people in no body armor. It just looks like they're in robes. Lucas, it's very clear to tell that there's magical talismans on them. There's some people in half armor. There's a general lack of unity as far as what they're wearing. But they are banded together. Petal is in front, and Petal is actually wearing light body armor that has spikes on the shoulder pads and on the elbows, and it is a eggplant purple. And
I understand that.
And no shit you do.
and the other things you see is off to the side, huddled together, is a group of about 5 people. Exactly 5 people. They look familiar. They look like they're from the Prancing Pony the night before. They are outfitted in armor, and they do have weapons. Most of them are crouching. A few are holding their heads.
This is a
So we
joy.
have drunk crusaders, warriors of light who drank too much the night before.
Wait,
Good thing we hired all those mercs.
there's only 4 of them.
5.
5 out of all 280.
Yeah. You know what? That's actually excellent odds. Do you know what people say when they're drunk? They say yes to all sorts of things. Then they sober up, be like, I don't need to do that, and then they don't do it.
God damn it.
One of them would actually approach you, and he would say, "You're the ones from the night before. Look, they're a good group of guys, but when they get a little alcohol in them, if they were pressed into it right then and there, they'd be good fighters. But people wake up the next morning with hangovers, but we're here for you. Just
Okay.
don't judge them too harshly. They're good guys. They just drink a bit much.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
But let's go squash the evil."
So, Isaac, this is this impressive army you were talking about?
I want to punch you so hard, Talvan. So
Like,
hard.
amazing 5 people.
Here,
You'll hear from behind him. He's got the only army he needs, sweetheart. He's got us. I assume our credits are in the deposit box?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Well, then we are at your disposal.
Well, let's not waste any more time then.
Hey, Squee, I got a question.
Yes.
So, I want your interpretation on a psionic ability.
Okay.
If you give me 2 seconds,
Sure.
I will pull
Time's
it
up.
Well, God damn it. Okay, so the psionic ability is called Psychic Purification.
Okay.
Now, the healer can use his abilities to slow a person's metabolism and destroy chemicals, drugs, poisons, and toxins in the body. The effects of the drugs and impurities are immediately halted and beginning of the meditation, and are completely destroyed and negated by its end. Damage sustained prior to the psychic's intervention still exists. Could I use this to cure their hangovers?
No, because hangover is not due to any sort of toxin. Hangover is a symptom of dehydration.
Right.
If
Well,
we can get water guns.
Well, that kind of dehydration. Alcohol makes you pee a lot, and you pee out a lot of your body's water, and the lack of water in your body is what gives you a hangover.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why they say drink a beer and a glass of water, but everyone seems to forget that after like the third beer.
Yeah. All right, never mind then. It's okay.
It was definitely worth asking.
Yeah, because I know that the reason why your body reacts so heavily to alcohol is because it is basically a toxin in your body.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the getting drunk part is something that the psychic purification might, like, for example, if they were drunk, that might have an effect on it, certainly. But
right.
The hangover itself is, dehydration.
Okay, so this is the aftermath, not the actual. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, this is the morning after.
Whoops. All right, then I'm just ready to go then.
All right, question. Are you guys going to give Silence the jetpack thing?
I will offer it to him, and if he doesn't want it, then, I mean, would you guys mind if any of the pedal guys would use it?
Wait a sec, I'm checking my skills. I don't have pilot jetpack. Never mind, I'm good.
Pilot jetpack?
The ground. Maybe he points it at the ground. He can shoot upwards.
What? What's wrong with pilot jetpack?
It's not actually a jetpack. It's like a...
No. I just find it entertaining to use it that way.
I thought you called it a jetpack.
I did, because it looked
Jesus
like
Christ!
like, no, like the water.
Me.
Yeah, the water gun.
We're hearing
pack.
jetpack and
I
thinking
know, I'm sorry.
jetpack.
No, the water gun pack.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
If you offer it to him, Silence would just shrug silently and put it on, and then squirt something out and look at you incredulously. When
Trust
he sees
me.
that it's just water.
Trust me, it's good.
And then he'll shrug again.
These vampires can't take that. It's funny, but they can't.
He'll
Well,
nod.
that's the exact reason why I'm taking one, is he holds it up in the air.
So he will nod, and he will put it on. And Dawn, he's still not wearing a helmet. He's got armor on the rest of him, but still not wearing a helmet. So you have the 20 members of Rose with Petal.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Father Vine. You've got Cyber Six, who's actually talking to Father Vine. You kind of hear something about, well, preacher, I don't think your God made me. But they're kind of having a conversation in the back.
You know, if I was Father Vaughn, I'd be like, no, but he made the man who made you.
So eat that, sucker.
And you have 5 a bit hungover, but still, I mean, they are geared for battle, and they are wearing their gear like they know how to use it. And with that,
jerseys.
So we have a total of 31 people.
Mm-hmm.
That's including us.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
pretty strong, though. It's better than the what, like 8 that we had last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
So come on.
So with that, Cyber 6 will get on the radio. He'll push 2 fingers to the side of his head, and he'll say, "Simmons, how's it going up there?" And you hear back, well, "Thraxis has given us the orb. All's quiet here. But they're on Razor's Edge. If they're attacking, it'll be soon. If you're going to go, I think it's time to go."
All right, let's go, Tom.
Okay. So now the question is, my friends, is do we go the exact same way? Or is there any other path to get to the vampire's lair? Because if I were the vampires, someone came and attacked and dealt with my shit, and we took one of his friends, there's a good chance I'd expect they'd try to come back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I will also, because it has been a few weeks, I will point out the only entrance to level 10 that you know of for sure was the entrance that
I don't
Indigo
mean
got
to
dragged
level 10. I know level 10 is a pretty
Yeah.
big, spacious out place, but where we came across the vampires in the first place,
Right.
we know
Oh, no,
where
I was
their
just pointing out-
lair is.
Yeah.
And when we say lair, we just mean territory that they occupy, right? It's not like a cavernous lair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so in this area that we know that they occupy, is there any way for us to come at them at a different angle, rather than the exact same streets and paths that we took before?
Can I check my scanner to see if there might be an
Yes,
alternative?
you did use your scanner to map out the area as
Yeah.
well as you could. So,
Mhm.
assuming the nothing has changed too much, that should help you. It will certainly help you find where you were.
Mhm.
But really, okay, your scanner will help you find where you were in about 30 feet on either direction.
Okay.
The path you guys took to get there.
Okay. It says 164 feet. Now, I don't know if that's in a cone or radius. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be in a cone because it has to bounce radar waves back and forth.
Okay, so wherever we stand, I have 164 feet. If I turn around 360, I have 164 feet to see if there's any other pathways or any other alternative route.
Right. Once you get down there, certainly, yeah. That's what you did the first time you were down there. But it'll also save the information you got last time. So on your scanner or whatnot, you'll already have kind of like it drew that part of the map.
And like saved in a file, I guess.
Exactly.
All right. Well, yeah, definitely use this scanner just use it to the best and see if we can find something else. So yeah.
But yeah, Squee, we're gonna take the only entrance to level 10 because
Right.
that's the only one we know about. And we've been told there's a time difference, so we don't have enough time to try to find another way.
Okay. Yes, that is good to know.
I was talking about entrance to the lair, not entrance to level 10. So
I understand. Well, I'm just gonna sit back until you guys
What?
You guys haven't actually figured out if you were going to approach it from a different way or not. So
That's what we're asking if we can. We would like to.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, okay. I thought you guys were deciding. I mean,
no.
There's nothing.
We got
you,
that.
Certainly.
Is there another direction? Is what we're asking.
Well, you're in a 3D universe. Absolutely. There's other paths you can take. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But we'll handle it this way. So you guys get in the elevator. And you ride the elevator down back to level 9. And when you step out of the elevator, you are granted or greeted by a surprising, maybe not surprising sight. There is charred rubble all around you. Most of the structures that were here when you were here last time have been burnt to the ground for at least 400 to 500 feet.
That's right, because we started a wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's nice and cleared out, yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. So there's about a good 400-foot zone, almost stretching out before you, where it's piles of charred rubble. And then you'll see beyond that, you'll see severely damaged structures. And then, as you look further on, you'll start to see more intact structures.
I did this. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah, I know this.
At least we got elbow room for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pell will say, "Wow, I didn't realize it was so bad down here."
Oh, it gets better. Oh, we haven't hit the structures yet.
I see. Well, lead the way, boys.
And I shall.
All right. So you want to try and approach the same position. So I'll let you know. At least half your journey is going to be much easier as far as navigation is concerned, because it's a flat area now. Once you get back into these structures, Talavac, do you have any sort of land navigation skill?
Let
Let me ask this way: does anyone have land navigation skill?
Yeah. I do not, but that's why I have the scanner.
All right, guys, hang on. Give me 1 second. I'm being called. Just 1 moment.
Okay.
Okay. 1. Okay. It's solved. No.
So, yeah, I don't got it.
You don't got it?
No, I am not the skilled monkey that is Patrick.
Man, Inferno's having some bad internet problems. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he has it.
Has what? What are we looking for?
Land navigation.
Let's see. I don't even have it.
In all honesty, I think my scanner should give me a base percentage, but
The scanner is specifically for like looking for weak parts and hidden rooms and things like that. It doesn't help with navigation.
well, I like to think that it has like at least a compass on it and altitude and stuff like that.
But
I mean,
it's a gravitic scanner. That's not what it does.
Can I just please just think that it does that?
I mean, you can think it.
Okay,
Doesn't mean it does.
All right. Well, okay. All right. Maybe that'll be my next secondary skill choice.
I just looked at what my secondary skill thing was. That sounds like Lucas.
What secondary skill?
I'm not saying.
Okay.
It's super top secret. No one's gonna know.
I can only imagine that Inferno's probably like got a baseball bat right now. He's just going around the room just smashing everything in the computer.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Another idea could be to maybe try Google Hangouts. See if that could help.
Well, his entire internet goes down.
Yeah.
Google Hangouts didn't go help with that.
Yeah, I guess.
Because a while back before he was having problems like this, actually he missed almost the entire session because of it. He basically said, just go on, and he basically had to drop out because his internet went kapooey.
Yeah.
So we can do a small Q&A because there's actually quite a few people that are missing. Please keep your questions to either try not to ask questions about like things that are obviously secret.
Oh, sorry about that.
But
Welcome.
Hi.
hey Piph, do you think Patrick could build power armor? Yes and no. I think you would probably need to have the skill like build a robot or something like that.
Robotics engineering, at least.
Yeah, robotics engineering.
He has general engineering things, and like he might be able to do standard like in fully environmental suit sort of business, but power armor is a bit different.
You're looking at operating skill very high and engineering very high. So yeah, that'd be like woo.
Yes, Lucas did go to a ninja school. Excuse me.
Oh, spy. My pet plant.
Are we
Oh,
waiting for Infernos?
We
Trick,
can.
yes,
We're waiting for a lot of people, Squee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As far as Twiggy goes, my Talabex plant, I'm not quite sure because it was a gift. So I'm just going with the flow.
Okay, so wait, hang on. So where's Inferno?
His computer pooped out again.
Oh no! All right,
Yeah.
we can keep going then.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second.
Where are all the PCs hand-to-hand combat level? 8.
Okay. So you guys are. Oh, right. I was asking. Does anyone have land navigation?
No.
No. Okay. No one has land navigation. Then Talivek, roll me a D100, and I will add modifiers to it. So wait, I'll say this: you need to get under a 60.
Under 60.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Projecting a low number, and yes! Aha!
You did make it under 60.
Huzzah!
So you are able to use your scanner with the help of Cyber 6, which is why it wasn't like a 30. You're able to find an alternate path to the same courtyard where you fought the vampires. Now, I'm not saying you guys go to it, you find it. So let's say, when you're about 200-300 feet away, you're like, there, that's where we fought the vampires. You also know that to your left is where Lucas went off to go fight the mage, and Indigo disappeared somewhere in that area. Also, Isaac, no sensations yet.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll relay this information to everyone. I'm like, so what do you want to do?
Well, I feel nothing within a quarter mile, so that's a thing.
Well, the big question is like, where do we go from here?
Well, how far away are we from the the actual nest?
Yeah, so I didn't really get a look at the hole the others were talking about.
Okay.
We may need to ask them.
Didn't we just go over this?
Okay. Well, Cyber 6 would again touch his ears to his head, and you would hear over the radio, all of you would hear, Magnolia, and you hear noise. It would come over the radio. It sounds like a bit of a gunfire. A little busy, Cyber. What is it? The hole that you found. What did it look like? God damn it! It looked like a big, like a hole with a like a manhole with a metal circular lid, black. Gotta go, Cyber. And then the radio's.
Very helpful. Very helpful. Let's just look for a black hole then.
Well, they couldn't have gone too far away from where they were firing their magic. I guess that direction is as good as any.
Yeah, you're right. I say we just make an arching sweep and see what we find.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll start left or right and work our way to the other side and see what we find.
Lucas looks around to all these buildings.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which way's left?
Okay. This way is left. This way is right. Okay?
Okay. You want
All
us
right.
to... I'm still very confused.
All right, I'll tell you what, just follow us.
I can do that.
Okay, that's better. Okay, and I'm gonna gear it up again and start making the sweep.
All right, you'll hear Petal say over the radio. You know, these vampires of yours sure choose very unsightly places to live.
I think it's perfect for him. Actually, I think it's too good for him.
Oh, you're very harsh, dear. No matter what they've done, I can't imagine they deserve. And he actually like kicks his shoe and flings something off of it. This.
Yeah, I think so. But we're getting off topic here.
All right. So you guys want to do a search pattern type thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
We can stay within the 164 cone, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how it would actually do that.
All right.
You know.
Sure. Well, okay. So you're gonna try and search to the left of where you fought the vampires in that 164-foot cone area.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Could you all roll me a D100, please?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet.
Let me know if I sense vampires within 1,000 feet.
Nope.
Okay.
You do not. So Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
It takes about 20 minutes or so of searching. But as you search around the buildings, you do find what looks like, because the floor that you guys are walking on, it almost feels like dirt, but it's not dirt. It is, because the floor itself is metal. You're in center. What you're walking on is centuries of grime and trash and decomposed things. You do eventually find an area that looks like some of that has been scraped away. And you see the metal floor about 12 centimeters below. And it is scratched out for a good 4 or 5 feet. And in the center, it does look like a metal, some form of alloy. It looks like the same alloy that the walls of center are made out of.
Mm-hmm.
The nigh indestructible alloy. And it looks like a circular hatch that is closed in the floor.
Okay. Isaac will key in on his radio and whisper that he thinks he found it.
All right.
Then
I'm
we
gonna
shall converge, I suppose.
Yes.
take a look at it. Is it locked? Does it have anything on it, or is it just like a manhole cover?
It does have it has two things on it. It has like an old-fashioned like ring, ring handle, and it has a keypad next to it. But the keypad is very, very old, and it's missing some keys.
Well, let's try the obvious. Let's just pull on it and see if it's open.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your strength, Talarak?
Hold on a second. I haven't looked at my stats in a while here. My physical strength is a 17.
That's not bad.
Mhm.
Roll me a d20, please.
D20. Okay. Oh, well. I
That's
mean,
fine.
higher for those.
Yeah. Okay. The door creaks open.
Mhm.
When you pull with all your strength, it goes and it creaks open. And you get it about 8 inches or so, but you're having trouble, as it's going up, your muscles are having trouble keeping it. And
help?
basically, yeah.
A little help.
I'll help.
All right, with both of you pulling together, you are able to slowly raise the door up into a standing position. Below, you see a ladder made of some form of alloy leading down below. It is a very simplistic ladder, about 3 feet wide, simple rungs, and simple steps.
I would like to use night vision at
Okay.
the whole entrance and see if I can see anything immediately in the area?
You kind of look down and you see the ground is about, you estimate, about 40 feet below you. And around you see nothing in the immediate area. It's very clean. Like, as opposed to the level above you, there's no grime. It's very clearly metal floors and metal walls. But in this particular area, you don't see much. However, you do at the bottom, glinting in your night vision, you do see a pool of some sort of dark liquid. Like, it's not very big. It's maybe the size of a small puddle.
It might be water, but I can't tell. All right. Well, I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna make my way down there slowly, and just and get a closer look.
While you're heading down, I'm going to dig through the oh god, the thing that I just bought, the duffel bag.
Duffel bag?
Yeah, and get out the flare gun, just in case, and then point it towards Talavac.
Rose will actually take a peek down the manhole and say, "We're going down there?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Even hell has an extra level for these suckers.
Wow,
Yeah,
you sure know how to
that's-
show a girl a good time.
We're not on a date.
Is this the only exit you know about?
Yeah, this is supposedly where we lost one of our other members.
I see. So, not that I'm a tactical genius, but I am. It might be wise to leave some sort of rear guard to protect your one escape route.
Yeah, might be a good idea. Do you want to stay up here?
As long as you don't go too far, sweetheart. We wouldn't want to miss the action. But yeah, we can stay here and guard this. 20 of us could hold it just fine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So make my way down slowly, cautiously.
Okay.
Isaac's still covering you with the globe of daylight flare.
All right.
It's cold. Like, I mean, it's hard to tell in your armor, but your sensors are picking up a drop in temperature. Not excessive, but center has always been a balmy, 70-something degrees. Down here, it's about 20 degrees cooler.
Okay. I mentioned that. It's definitely a temperature drop down here. But yeah, get closer to that liquid and I don't know, just touch it with my finger and then test it with the thumb. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So as you get down, well, let me ask this first because it's a 40-foot. As Talbot's going down, what order do you guys want to go in? Obviously, Silence and Father Vine and the five gung ho hangovers are coming with you.
I'll go last.
Okay.
Still covering everybody with the globe of daylight flare.
I will go second.
Okay. Then I suppose Father Vine, Silence, and the others will go in between you.
And Xavier.
And Xavier, yes. So as Talavac is reaching the bottom, right to be about the time, Isaac, you start going down too. And you'll see as you dip down, Petal waving to you, "Bye-bye, sweetheart. Don't get yourself killed."
Of course not. And he's going to awkwardly look up and then go back to paying attention at what's below him.
Okay, so with that, Talavac, you get to the ground, you examine the puddle. It is quite clearly mostly congealed and dried blood. If this was a normal environment, it would have completely dried out by now. So this has obviously been here for a little while. It's just got just enough moisture to still have a bit of a glint.
I'm like, perfect. And I just look up. Congealed blood. Watch your step. and then proceed.
All right. The rest of you climb down the ladder, and is the globe of daylight. So, well, here's an important question. There are no lights down here. So Talavac obviously has night vision. A globe of daylight is it with you, Isaac, or is it still hanging up at the entrance?
No. I never shot it. I was going to shoot it at Talavac.
Oh, got it.
If
got it.
he
Okay,
was,
got it.
yeah. So it's still dark.
It's still dark. So what do you guys? Because Talavac can see.
Yes.
Father Vine will comment that he will need some form of light source. His eyes are not what they used to be. Silence says nothing.
Well, I'm going
Sure
to need.
these help.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some light as well. So would it be safe to say I brought a flashlight too, or would that be reaching? That would be reaching, wouldn't it?
Most cases, normal body armor would most likely have some form of lighting source.
Yeah, would they?
Most of them do. If I can double check that.
You have to look on the standard body armor. In the,
I certainly know
main
power armor does. Body armor might have some sort of flashlight on it, I think.
Yeah, it does have dark vision. I know that.
Yeah.
What?
Normal body armor would not have dark vision. but-
Right. No, it won't have night vision. But you mean like a flashlight on the external part of it?
Yeah, like on the
That's
shoulder or
certainly
something.
possible. I haven't looked at the description of body armor in such a long time that we're such experts now. We don't ever have to look at the stats anymore.
I always think it's like on the shoulder or something, you know.
There's actually some pretty cool descriptions on like little baubles and things like that.
If you guys don't mind giving me a second, I'll.
I have the descriptions up. It's page
sure.
210 in the main rulebook.
All right.
Minimum
let's see if
30
you got it or not.
MDC, complete environmental battle armor suitable for most hostile environments, computer controlled life system, internal cooling and temperature control, artificial air circulation systems, gas filtration humidifier, computer controlled independent oxygen supply, purge system that automatically engages in low or contaminated air environments, 5-hour oxygen supply, insulated, high temperature, yada, 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 yada. At least minimal radiation shielding, polarized, light-sensitive, adjusting tinted armor. Directional short-range radio, helmet faceplate, and prowl penalty. -10 in light armor, -25% in heavy. So there is nothing about a flashlight.
No flashlight.
Yeah.
Now, I know Lucas said he brought one. I am fine letting you guys retroactive that a little bit, especially considering that some of you might have been under the impression that your body armor had a flashlight, which your characters would have known otherwise. So I am absolutely fine with you guys if you want to say you brought some form of light source other than like a medieval torch, because I don't think you have those.
Yeah. Honestly, my mind was along the lines of just using the... you remember the contact lenses that we got way early on in the game? I only have billboard lenses, underwater lenses, and telescopic lenses. I don't have the night vision ones that I thought I did. So, I'll bring the unbreakable flashlight that's 10 times brighter than most conventional flashlights. Because I spent like 1,000 credits on it.
So Lucas and Isaac at least have flashlights. Well, actually, give me a second here. Let me just.
I just take them for granted because I really don't need them, so I don't even think about it. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Crusaders, we'll call them that. 2 of them have flashlights as well, so that's a little extra light. And Father Vine, actually, from underneath his trench coat type thing, he pulls out a small, looks like amber teardrop on a silver chain that glows a soft orange for about 10 feet around him.
Dragon Slayer.
That's cool.
And he says, I think it is better to be able to see a threat coming.
Well, now that we got the light sources taken care of, shall we?
You don't see much in the way of structures around you. If you shine your flashlights around, you'll see walls. This place looks like a almost like a maze system. There are small hallways that go 4 different directions, and they curve, and you can see where you are. It looks like you're in a little clearing, like all the hallways led to this exit, and then they snake off in different directions. So as you're looking around and as you guys are getting your light sources together, you will hear Cybersticks say, "The blood trail. It goes that way," and he'll point down one of the hallways.
Okay.
All right.
Then we follow it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, am I still taking the lead or Cybersticks?
Well, I'm actually going to throw you guys onto a whiteboard. We haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
So give me uno momento
While
as
you
I
do
grab
that,
all your tokens.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
No! Get back here!
We can't lose another one!
Do what I tell you to!
It's like a slasher film. You leave and you never come back.
Why does no one do what I tell them to? Alright, hang on. Let me get rid of the grid system because I don't like grids. Bottom, bottom, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Alright, for now, we're going to keep this nice and simple. I don't have tokens for Father Vine and all the Crusaders, mainly because I didn't know Father Vine was going to be joining you. Alright,
How dare
so
you.
we'll just use the power of imagination. And then my main interest is you, the players in Cyber 6, because I have his token. What? Because these hallways are fairly narrow. You could probably go 3 abreast, but you'd be brushing the walls if you did that with the outside shoulder. So
Let's
just
go
need
2
to know
abreast.
what order you want to go in.
Do we want to do let's see. I'm pretty sure I know exactly where Xavier is going to want to be, and that is in the middle because he has done that in the past. Let's go Cyber 6 in the front, Lucas in the back, along with the father back here.
Okay.
Let's
So-
just text
So like that.
Father Vine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then 5 zealots.
God, our names
Plus-
them just get worse and worse. They're not that bad. All right. So they're actually
Quiet.
mhm.
There you go.
Silence. Yeah. All right. So silence is the back with these zealots.
Yeah.
We need somebody by the door, though.
What door?
What
You
door?
mean the
We're
door
in a
above?
hallway.
Yeah.
We're in a hallway.
There's a
Yeah.
ladder behind us.
No, we
And
need
you've
somebody.
got the rows up there at the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they stayed behind up above.
I was just double checking. That's all. All right.
26. There you go. Then let's make this bigger too. Fucking 32. There you go. So that's them, and let's stay 2 abreast. Yeah. So let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys start going down the hall. It's very quiet. You can hear your footsteps echoing. And you proceed down the hall for about a good 10 minutes or so, and you do see little trails of there certainly is like a blood trail here. It's not huge. In fact, it gets smaller as it goes along, and it gets very dry, but it's very easy to see in this stark metal environment. Isaac,
Mm-hmm. Starting to feel
after
something?
about 20 minutes, you start to feel something fairly weak, but not in the sense of weak as far off. Weak as in it feels weak. Like something's not normal about it.
Okay. I will whisper this over the radio.
Okay.
Something within 1,000 feet. It feels weak, which is weird. Does Petal weigh in?
No, actually, you don't hear anything from Petal at the moment.
Okay.
Unless you address it, of course.
No, that's fine.
Like, how are things up there so far and stuff like that? Keep an eye.
If you do so, he would say, "All's quiet up here, sweetheart."
All right, just checking.
Okay.
All right.
Father Vine would say, "I too feel evil."
You do?
And Cyber Six will say, "You can sense vampires?" "I would like to think the good Lord would warn me when evil is around. I feel evil." Cyber Six looks straight at Isaac. "So I'm guessing not."
Isaac's just shrugging and just going with it.
So do you guys continue down the hall in the blood trail?
Mm-hmm.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Okay. So another 2 or 3 minutes, and you start to see burned piles of ash. And Isaac, these are familiar to you. These are the remains of a vampire that has been killed.
Had its head chopped off and then burned into separate piles.
Exactly, because if it's not done properly, the ashes don't stay there. They
recoalesce.
So the fact that it's here means it was done properly.
Huh. Okay. This is weird. Maybe those Protean guys or whatever they're called. I can't remember the names at the moment.
Protheans.
Yeah, the Protheans.
Oh, Prometheans, actually.
Prometheans, there you go.
I always get them confused with Mass Effect.
Yeah,
exactly. Maybe the Prometheans came by.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
And you pass a good 12 or so piles as you continue down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And you get close to a corner. Everyone, roll me a d20.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn it.
8. I got an 8.
Okay. Talavac,
Mm-hmm.
as you approach what looks like an intersection, you hear breathing around the corner to your right.
All right.
It's very soft, controlled breathing. Well, okay, it's soft, controlled breathing, but it's also kind of ragged. You can tell, like it's ragged breathing that's quiet.
All right. I put my arm out to stop everybody. I'm like, shh. I hear something. Over this way. I'm going to take a peek around the corner. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to slowly just peek around the corner and just barely get within eyesight of it and hope it doesn't notice, but look and see.
Okay. You peek your eyes around the corner, and the second you peek your eyes around the corner, you see Indigo charge you.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Okay. I guess I recognize it is her.
Yes, you have enough time to recognize it's her and say do something if you choose to.
Okay, if she's running at me, then I'm going to try to counter it and try to grab her too, and maybe we can,
Okay, so let's just do the simple. Do the simple quick. Let's just do an opposed a check. She's going to roll the strike, and then you're going to dodge or do a simultaneous attack or.
Yeah, simultaneous attack.
Okay, so she's going to roll to strike.
Okay.
17. You do a simultaneous attack.
Okay, hold on a second here. And that's with bonuses?
Yes.
Okay, hold on just a sec here.
With your hand-to-hand bonuses.
Yeah. I just want to make sure.
Because you said you're trying to grab her, right? You're not trying to just stab her. You're trying to...
No.
Okay, Ty...
goes to defender.
Defender, I get it.
Technically it's a simultaneous attack, but I still will kind of count it in this way. So here's what happens. She charges you and slams a blue lighted fist into your chest, but because you're able to grab her and kind of fling or throw her or whatnot at the same time. It's more of a glancing blow.
Okay.
And it only does. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
3 mega damage.
Okay.
As you, you describe exactly what you're trying to do here.
She was running at me.
Mhm.
I was going to go for a grapple and then roll on the ground, bring us both to the ground.
Okay.
You know what I'm, and
yeah.
something like
okay,
that.
so you use the momentum of her attack and you kind of roll to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You see everyone else sees a blur lunge at Talavac and then roll to the ground. Talavac, before much else can happen. Oh, go ahead, Isaac.
Let me know if I can do something, because I still have that flare gun, and he was trained forward.
Yeah, I'm going to let everyone act simultaneously, but I will say that basically right when that happens, she goes, Talavac!
What the hell's the matter with you?
And you Cyber 6 go, Indigo? Cyber? And she stands up.
Once I let go of her.
And by the way, Isaac, like, you can do something at the same time. And same thing, Lucas.
Oh no, he would have shot the ceiling, like immediately after Talavac got assaulted. Yeah.
Okay, so a flare attaches to the ceiling and bathes the entire area.
My eyes!
Talavac can't see crap because he's wearing night vision goggles.
And the globe of daylight will slowly float down.
You guys, meaning not Talavac, see Indigo. And she's in a pretty sorry condition. Her leg is bandaged, but there's obviously been blood leaking from it for quite some time. She is covered in small scratches and cuts and massive bruises. Her orange jumpsuit is tied down at her waist, and she's her black tank top is covered in grime and sweat. And so is her body. She looks like she's been through hell. And there's like a pause as everyone kind of takes in the situation. And Talavac, I'm assuming, rips off his night vision goggles, or stops using your night vision.
Yeah, go to black, go to normal vision, and like I'm squinting I put my hand on my face and I'm like got my hand up on the wall, like leaning over, like ah. And once it stops,
you'll just hear Isaac say, "Sorry."
We'll chalk that up as we're even.
We're even, I guess.
So as you do that, Indigo, kind of in a state of shock, rushes over and hugs Cyber 6. She limps over. It rushes as much as she can with her damaged leg.
Mm-hmm.
And Cyber 6 is just like, Indigo, you're okay. What? Where's that bitch? What? What bitch? Magnolia, where is that bitch?
I'm sorry, what?
She stabbed me in the leg, threw me down here, and shut the door. Where is she?
Back up with Thraxis.
Who? The Cyber 6 goes, oh no. And he'll touch his fingers to his face. Simmons. Cyber 6, we're kind of busy here. What the hell is going on, Simmons? I don't know what you're talking about, Cyber. I'm standing in front of Indigo. And then Simmons says, well, shit. I guess she was a tough old bastard. All right, well, the jig is up, I suppose. What do you mean, jig? Well, Cyber 6, you don't have a lot of experience with this, but this is what we call a betrayal. You and your little primitive friends have, let's just say we don't need you anymore. Are they there? Can they hear me? Because that would be excellent.
Go on.
Oh, well, how polite of you. I suppose you at least deserve to know. Well, I don't know where to start, actually, except that the whole thing, you've... Well, I'm afraid you're going to die. That's probably the first thing I should point out. Our objective was always the golden orb. It was rather interesting. Coming back to this time, we've been waiting for 2 years to find the right score. And knowing that we were coming back here to the golden orb, we couldn't pass that up. And your primitive friends gave us just the in we needed. Unfortunately, we knew that you would never agree to this, being who you are, Cyber, so we had to remove you.
These are your people, Cyber?
Cyber's silent.
Okay.
I'm sure you're very, very confused, but allow me to try.
I think I understand. Something about why the vampires came here and you got them to yada yada some fucking orb yada yada yada. Doesn't fucking matter.
We didn't bring the vampires here. Hell, the vampires don't even know about the golden orb. That was just us misleading you. Fuck, I don't think they'd even know what to do with it if they had it.
That's an expert way that you actually, put these drawings into their pockets then.
He nods and says, Ollie is rather good at that, yes. So...
Okay.
Oh, God.
We're headed back to the ship now to, well, live like kings, because it turns out this priceless artifact, not so priceless. And you, well, like I said, vampires don't even know about the orb, which means that they're not up here to take it, which means you've walked into a nest full of them. Which, by the way, remind me to thank Xavier. Is he there? We thought it was going to be so much harder to take this orb, but he literally convinced Thraxus to hand it right to us.
Okay.
And, Cyber, well, I suppose all of you, just in case you're getting your hopes up, because I know how resourceful you can be. Maybe the vampires won't get you, but our new allies, well... Our new allies certainly don't like you. Did Talavac honestly think that it was just coincidence that the Splagorth happened to find his people at that building right when Ollie brought him to it?
I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna draw Rapture, and I'm going to slash at her right now.
Slash at who? Who are you slashing at? Because this is all on the radio.
Yeah, it's on the radio, buddy.
Oh, I thought.
No, this is not Indigo that's doing this, buddy.
No, this is Simmons.
Don't do
over the
that.
radio. Yeah.
Okay, then I won't. Then I got a little confused there.
It's fine. It's fine. It's Simmons talking to you over the radio.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna say that. You're on the list. You're...
Yeah. Simmons he'll laugh and he'll say, "Well, I guess that's fair. Ollie always did have a bit of a sadistic streak to him, but I don't think you're going to get much of a chance. See, you were kind of our half of the bargain. The Splagorths seem to have it out bad for you, but sad part for them, they didn't know much about you. We were able to fix that, though, weren't we? With pretty little pictures and everything.
And all of our backgrounds and paperwork.
You
fun.
got it. So they might, maybe, a little bird told them that you're down on old level 10. So, I don't know, but that Splagorth doesn't look like to me like he's going to wait and see if the vampires finish the job.
Okay.
We do like to be thorough.
In this distance, I would like to draw my sword and strike at Cyber 6.
But okay.
Dude, why?
Because it's his gang. If he couldn't figure this out as smart as he should, then we wouldn't be in this mess. You are an inept leader, sir.
Okay, as a GM, I just want to be really clear. You
Uh-huh.
are pulling your sword out and attacking Cyber 6 or yelling at him?
All right, I jumped the gun. What I'm going to do is that I'm on the verge, but I am letting Cyber 6 know about himself in a way. I'm telling him that, if you couldn't see this, it's these close friends of yours. I'm like, I'm really, first of all, I'm overshadowed with emotion of what happened to my people, and I'm really, really on edge right now. Like I'm standing on the tips of my toes right now.
All right. Well, I understand. Cyber 6 will just look at you and he will say, I had no idea. And you'll hear over the radio, oh, don't blame Cyber. He's too honorable for his own good. We've been together a long time, and we were very, very careful. Besides, you never saw this coming either. Oh, you know what? What am I saying? Go ahead. Kill each other. It's probably better than dying in a Splagor spear.
Well, we're done. We're done. We're not moving another inch.
Oh, good. Good. Well, with that, I'm afraid we gotta go, live like kings and all. Oh, and thank you. Thank you for letting us choose your mercenary group. That was fantastic. I wouldn't suggest going back to that entrance. Have a nice day. Or not.
This is great. Oh man, I'm talking. I've never been so swindled in my life. I'm almost impressed at how swindled we were. Oh. I'm gonna kill him. So
In
what
the
do we do now?
silence,
So what do
Cyber
we do now?
6 Cyber 6 says very quietly, I'm sorry. But if we get out of here, I am going to track all of them down. I give you my word.
Well, that's neither here nor there. We got another thing to take care of if we even make it out of here now, since we're down, I don't know, a freaking 75% of our team. Just us. Yeah, just us.
Lucas looks like he's looking up at the ceiling, and then you hear after a bit, this is usually more my pace. I can finally say a grand adventure. I mean, we did take down that entire freaking base, but whew, this takes it. Spogorth? I mean, that one time, though, but this is different. Vampires? So, what do you guys want to do? The things that you put into our helmets, is that like who made that? Should we take those out?
Cyber 6 will shake his head and he'll say, no, they simply add a feature in so that it's more sensitive. They don't allow others to track you.
You sure about that?
Cyber 6 nods. I don't think they would care much. At this point, they're headed back in the ship, probably headed back through time to God knows where. They can't be Corsairs. They've got to run.
Cyber. I do believe the appropriate thing you should do first is, I remember hearing something about an operator back when the vampires were assaulting us and you saved us.
Cyber 6 nods.
Who was that? Is that Simmons?
I've been trying. No. That's someone on the other side. I haven't been able to contact her for a day. I think I know why.
Okay. Well, we cannot use the same entrance as last time. So, guess we try and force our way out some other way.
Indigo is like shaking her head. She says, the vampires, they've been attacking in waves. I killed the ones I could, but she'll motion to the hallway for you to take a look.
Isaac will take a look.
You'll see 6 bodies of what look like wild vampires that have been staked and their heads cut off. And they're just kind of sitting there. And she says, I ran out of fire.
Well, thankfully
and
we
this
brought
is
some
probably
supplies.
the weaker signal that you were sensing.
Yeah. And there's more of these, right?
A lot more. I've only been able to hold them off because the tunnels are so narrow.
How many would you guess?
Maybe dozens. But they seem to think I was more of a curiosity than anything else. Once I killed a lot of them, they pulled off for the most part.
Okay.
Haven't seen them in a while.
Well, let's get you patched up first. Then he'll sling off his backpack. Is there any reaction or anything to anybody?
Yeah, you do hear the Crusaders in the background say, that one of the colors, does he sound happy to you? Fuck, I don't know. Father Vine is very, very silent. He seems to be in thought.
Well, to him, it's a little bit of a confusion because he doesn't know anything about our relationship with these guys or us. So he's kind of like, oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me answer a question in chat real quick, but I want to administer BTBs. I want to figure out what's wrong with her and to fix her.
Sure. You want to roll a check?
You know what? Let's do some psychic stuff. I'll take off my gloves and do that.
Okay.
So first off, let's do a psychic diagnosis. So I need to roll how long this is going to take. So roll 2d4, 5 melees. So that is going to be 1 minute 15 seconds to figure out what's wrong with her.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Silence will come up and will say, Thraxis's orb. Where? And I'm assuming Isaac is busy, so...
Isaac's busy, yeah.
Gone. Yeah. It is gone. We've been tricked. It's not even in this dimension anymore, for all I know.
Well, yeah, it's with the Corsairs. As he nudges Talavac.
Yeah, what? I'm just being honest. The chances of you getting that orb back can be slim to none.
Thraxis will not be pleased, but you, down here in Death Trap, speaks well of your innocence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least we got that going for us.
He nods. It may not be enough.
Well, at least we do have a few people on the outside. Hart?
Boss, I heard that. Are you okay?
Right now I'm pretty good. But I have to say, not looking the greatest. I would keep your head down, in most cases.
Sarah suggested we move the ship. I'm gonna try and fuse with it, which means that I won't be able to talk to you for a bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Don't let anybody on.
I've activated all the defenses. Quicksilver's at the door, just in case.
Good. Just keep it locked down the best you can.
Here. And then, like, you hear, like, a shuffle of the radio, and after a second, you hear Sarah's voice. Lucas?
Yes.
She just handed me the radio, and she's doing something.
Yeah, she touches things. That happens. The ship's going to be moving. We're going to be trying to get into a better position, better place, maybe. Mainly, we're trying to keep a few things low. We're in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, I heard. Let me know if there's. I mean, fuck, I don't know what I could do, but you know.
Well.
You actually hear Indigo say, I found something that might help. There's a terminal. I was able to hack it. I think there's blueprints or something, schematics, but it's a jumble, a mess. It had to be thousands of years worth of tunnels down here.
Luke's will go over. Do you think there's going to be like a? This would be out there, strange. But since people don't really know about this place, I think there might be a back door to this.
In Cyber 6 will chime up. If the Splagorth made it, I would be willing to bet there's several. After all, why have a secret level if you can't use it to get to, well, wherever you wanted to go unnoticed?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's definitely the ladders, but I'm more thinking like maybe not like a port, but at least somewhere to actually that leads off this place, so we don't need to go back up.
You
Now,
mean
there's-
off of center?
Yeah. Airlocks, other businesses, something like that. Escapes. Since, I mean, that'd be nice to have as he shrugs.
Cyber 6 shrugs again. It's possible. I honestly don't know what this place was used for, but I like the idea, especially given that we can't assume the Splagorth have forgotten about this place, which means that if he wants you that badly, we don't know what's going to be waiting for us if we get out of here.
That is very true. So maybe we didn't quite get this clear. Do you know the war that's going on? That's because he doesn't like us. They're coming.
And Indigo says, and there's the vampires.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of set up to take out vampires, so at least we have that going for us. By the way, do I figure out what's wrong with her?
Yeah. Stab wound to the leg.
Is there anything else? Infection? Does she have a
No,
cold?
oddly enough, or not oddly enough, no infection. Several superficial cuts, several bruises that are pretty deep, which you can tell are very painful, but not debilitating. But other than the major stab wound to the leg, she's exhausted. But she is, considering what she's been through, she is in decent condition.
Okay, then let's see. I will try and deaden pain, which is going to be a 2-minute meditation, and then I am going to use healing touch on her, which is going to be another 2 minutes, so 4 minutes to recover. Is it SDC damage or HP damage?
It'd be the leg would be HP.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else would be SDC.
Okay. Then I'm going to focus on the SDC for that healing touch, and then I'll just give her a BTB after.
Okay, perfect. I'll have you go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
And then we'll
So the
move
SDC
the
damage
formats.
will be roll 2d6, 4 damage recovered. Then where
Okay.
is this BTB? I have the PDF open. I just need to find which one. Okay. So
fine.
the first one is just straight up another 2d6 hit points.
Okay.
So let's roll that again. 2 hit points. She's still...
It's Yes. So two hit points doesn't necessarily seem like a lot, but considering it's very localized,
Mhm.
it's enough to get her up and walking.
Yeah.
And her bruises don't look as deep. Several of her small cuts have closed, so she looks better. She still looks like she's been through hell, but
Yeah.
she nods to you gratefully.
And she also, the pain's deadened, so she can fight.
Okay, and she'll stand up and she'll nod, and you'll hear over the radio Sarah say, Lucas, did I hear something about blueprints?
Yes. We're looking. We found blueprints to this area apparently.
Look, when I was first hired on the Flanders Paradise, I was put in charge of that place has been ripped down and rebuilt a dozen times over, and there's so many employee passageways. I was in charge of directing the servants to the servers to get where they needed to go. I'm actually pretty good at sorting through messes like that.
Do you, hold on. Do we have a way to actually transfer that information?
Cyber 6 says, I do.
We need as many eyes as possible, and she sounds like she can do a fantastic job with that.
Cyber 6 nods, and he'll take the computer from Indigo as she offers it, and he'll plug himself into it, and then close his eyes. And then a few seconds later, Sarah's, holy hell. Yeah, I'm getting it, but wow. Mess is right. I'll get back to you.
All right, keep in touch.
Yeah.
Father
Out of
Vine
character.
says, oh, yes, go ahead.
Out of character, another reason why I still think we should continue on, unless you guys want to not face the vampires, we still have Sarah's mother to try and find. I mean, unless you guys don't want to do that.
We do technically have better, bigger things to worry about, but I mean, yes, continuing might still be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Father Vine puts a hand on Lucas's shoulder and says, my son, I am not sure I understand exactly what's going on here, but if I do understand, you are between two armies.
Well, there's more of like a scattered groups of what we came here to fight, and if we try to go back, there's at least 1 to 2 things that we really don't want to fight.
He nods. I don't know how useful this could be, but back when I was a missionary, we were once trapped between two warlord groups. We survived by, well, both groups wanted us badly enough that they came after us at the same time, and we didn't end up having to fight at all.
Yes, having them fight each other. I do like that idea.
Though, to be fair, these don't sound like typical warlords to me. But I'm with you, my son.
It's true. What would be the motivation for the vampires at the moment? They seem to just kind of attack. Why were they attacking us? I guess we're close to their pen.
Yes, we were invading their home.
And you took away their food, Indigo says. I mean, if these are the same vampires, they might be holding a grudge.
So the only way out of here is to there. And I just point in the direction where we're going, right?
Either that, or maybe there's another side route that Sarah's looking into. Because we have the floor plans.
Well, in
Cyber.
this case,
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead, Tal.
I'm just saying it's like, well, we better come up with a solution pretty quick, because sitting here, we'll starve to death for one, and two, they'll just come for us anyway.
Yeah.
Well, okay, out of character. I think this, if you guys are okay, I'm thinking this is a good place to end. Now, go ahead and
Yes.
ask the question first, of course. But I just wanted to bring that up. So,
Wasn't the original reason why you guys came here because you sensed a distortion in time that was related to us?
yes.
Could that distortion in time have been we actually gave your friends the golden orb?
No, it's confusing, but that's not quite the way it works. The
It has to
distortion
have
in
been-
time happened without our interference, and this golden orb couldn't have happened without our interference. So
Okay.
it probably still is the vampires, and from what I've seen and how quickly they've grown, they still are a very real threat.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Simmons just chose an opportune time.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go ahead and stop here for now. You guys can take a week and mull
I
over
wanted-
some possibilities.
I wanted
know-
to make a suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Lucas then ponders a bit. You know, there was a few that looked like they had a good mind about them. Why don't we say that we are currently not the threat? We talk with them and give them tactical information about where our friends are. Just to show them that we are prepared to fight them, that they might want to pick on larger numbers with less resistance.
Well, I'll put my hands together. Well, you can definitely tell that to him when you see him.
Who's this them that you guys are referring to?
The vampires.
The vampires. Okay.
And directing them directly to the people who are watching the hole.
That would be very entertaining.
It's a long shot, skeptical of me, of course, but, you know, it's Lucas. He could probably pull it out.
Not sure we can even reason with vampires, but
I mean, there was
I don't
that one lady that we talked to last time, and the few that I saw were casting spells.
Well, you know, at this point here, let's just try everything. You never know, right?
And if it doesn't work out, I mean, we can always go with the non-diplomatic. He stops. We're probably going to go with the non-diplomatic, but I mean, we can at least try to do something fun. I mean, they're both fun. What am I even talking about? This is fantastic.
Yes, it's a total blast down here.
The Crusaders are staring at Lucas.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, I gotta head out.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and stop the session here.
we'll see you
it
guys
really
next
sucks.
time.
Thanks,
It really
everyone.
sucks. I'm sorry, just one more thing. It really sucks that Inferno could not be here because I know that
I
he would have
know.
some things to say.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm so
I'm-
sad.
I'm going
I
to
know.
make him listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do that so that he can have he can have
He can
the
he can
same-
experience it.
Yeah,
He needs to.
I was sad sores, but I couldn't just stop. So
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop the stream.
bye, everyone.
See you guys next time.
Bye. See you. Bye.